Hi everyone. Here is today's lesson. We're going to begin with a warm-up, so please have your spiral and a pencil ready to go. If you recall, last week we reviewed rounding, so the warm-up today is 4 problems about rounding. So just to review, if you have a number that looks like this over here, you would read it as 4 and 123 thousandths. Remember, this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So see if you can round the first 2 numbers to the nearest tenth and the second 2 to the nearest hundredth. Please pause the video until you're ready to see the answers. Are you back? Here are the answers for the first one. I highlighted the 10th position. So looking at the first one, you know it's either going to be 8.3 or 8.4, and it is 8.4 or 8 and 4 tenths, and this is 9 and 3 tenths. Down below, we round to the nearest hundredth, so we know it's going to be 7.28 or 7.29. In this case, it's 7 and 28 hundredths and 6 and 15 hundredths. Just so you know, starting tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever I see you next, we will be doing the iReady diagnostic. Probably most of you remember it from last year, so I'll be giving you a little background about it so you're prepared, but there's really nothing to worry about. We just want you to do your best so we can see what you know and what you don't know. You do need to know that you'll need scratch paper and a pencil. So on Tuesday or Wednesday, when I see you next, we'll have a very short lesson and then we'll begin the iReady diagnostic. Here is our lesson for today. It's chapter 1.1 in our book, and it's about powers and exponents. Our targets are that I can write products of repeated factors, and I can evaluate powers. So some of you have probably used exponents before. This is 5 to the 3rd power, and that means 5, which is the base, 3 times. So 5 times 5 times 5. And some of you may be cheerleaders. You can think of the base as being kind of the bottom or the big number. So base is the large number here, base, and then the exponent is usually written more in a smaller way, and that's up here. So here's how you'll read those numbers. This says 5 to the 2nd power. So 5 is the base and 2 is the exponent. You can also read this one as 5 squared. And you can remember that because a square is 2-dimensional. So whenever you see the little 2 up here, that can be 5 to the 2nd power or 5 squared. The next one is 4 to the 3rd power. You can also read this one as 4 cubed. And remember, a cube has 3 dimensions. The next one you could read as 8 to the 4th power. There's no other way to read it. It's just 8 to the 4th power. And the last one would be 9 to the 5th power. So let's try some examples. Go ahead and get your pencil ready, and you're going to take some notes. So remember, the base is the number kind of at the bottom, and then the exponent is a smaller number that's written kind of at the top. So get your pencils ready, and you're going to write 4 to the 2nd power, or 4 squared. And that actually means 4 times 4. And we know 4 times 4 is 16. So we would read it as 4 to the 2nd power, or 4 squared. So pause the video if you need to catch up, but please write that down in your notes. The next one says 2 to the 3rd power, or 2 cubed. We can write that one as 2 times 2 times 2. And remember, that dot means multiply. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So 2 to the 3rd power, or 2 cubed, is 8. The last one says 3 to the 4th power. There's no other way to read it. It's just 3 to the 4th power, and that means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And I know 3 times 3 is 9, and another 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 9 is 81. So that's 3 to the 4th power. Please pause this video so you can write this down. These should be in your notes. And if you're back, let's try some practice. So I did the first one for you. 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and that equals 81. See if you can write the same information down for these 4 problems. You can pause the video, and then when you're ready, I'll show you the answers. Are you back? So you may know that 2 to the 3rd power, or 2 cubed, is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 7 to the 2nd power, or 7 squared, is 7 times 7, which is 49. 8 to the 2nd power, or 8 squared, is 8 times 8, which is 64. And 70 to the 2nd power is 70 times 70, which is 4,900 or 4,900. Remember the 2 zeros, we reviewed that on Thursday or Friday of last week. And last 3 problems, please write these 3 exponentially. Pause the video, and when you're ready, go ahead and turn it on. Are you back? So the first one should be 6 to the 5th power. The next one should be 2 to the 3rd power. And the last one should be 10 squared, or 10 to the 2nd power. Now you're going to do a quizzes. Thanks for following along. Have a good day.